What is up, everybody? My name is Angelina, and welcome back to Sister Serve and Return. Today, we are making pot roast. But first, you know the drill. Roll the intro. This is not something I make often, so we're just gonna hope that it turns out okay. But as you've seen from previous Sister Serve and Returns, I up a lot, okay? But that's okay. A lot of the times my shit also turns out really good, so it's fine. So I got 2 packages of beef stew meat from Aldi, some good old carrots and celery, onions and garlic, of course, potatoes, a little bit of beef broth. Finally got my avocado oil, so we're gonna try that out today. Some Worcestershire sauce. And we're gonna finish off this Malbec that I started last night. And this time we actually are using it in the recipe. We are not just drinking it, but we are drinking a little. I'm not a huge fan of celery, so I'm just gonna do like a couple of little stops like this. We're gonna wash and peel 4 carrots. Now I'm just going to chop up the carrots. As I mentioned before, it had been a crazy, honestly, couple of months, but like the last couple of weeks have really been stressful. So we have what's called a hospital survey every year. I help run what's called the stroke program. So it gets really crazy once a year because our certifying body comes in and basically makes sure that we're doing okay. If they identify any issues, then we get like a plan together, like a corrective action plan together, and send it to them for approval. So like it's a whole big process, right? So it takes months and months of preparation to do, and it's finally over. Thank God. I'm beyond grateful that it is over now. And that is part of a carrot, my friends. Lovely. I just love carrots, and it is taking everything in my power not to eat all of the ones that I just peeled. But anyways, my hospital did really well. I'm really proud of my team. I'm really proud of all of the quality initiatives that I put together, all of the community education I do. So honestly, I felt really good going into this because it's more, I see it more like highlighting what is going well in our program. And if there are a couple of things here and there that can be tweaked or improved, amazing, right? So that's kind of how I like to go into the surveys. I know a lot of people go into it thinking like, oh my gosh, they're here to find things wrong, but they really do want to look at the things that are going right in the program too. So yeah, because I've done so much with my team and my team has put in a lot of work and effort, I was not excited for the survey because like I said, it takes a lot and it's super stressful, but I mean, it is kind of exciting to show the progress of where we were as a stroke program a year ago versus what we've done in just 12 months. So kind of cool. I really need to stop eating these. I also just registered for classes, so I'm really excited for that. For those of you who don't know, I am attending Johns Hopkins University, and it'll be all virtual too, so I don't have to leave like work. I get to stay exactly where I am, and I love it. It's only a year, so super excited about that. It is a master's in nursing, healthcare, organizational leadership. So I'm really excited. I mainly wanted to go back like somewhat quickly because I have some research ideas that me and my team are actually really excited to kind of start. So unfortunately, the way the nursing world works is that if you want it to be considered a nurse-driven research project, in order to spearhead it, you have to have at least a master's in nursing. So that's really what pushed me to get it. I've always wanted to go back to school. I mean, I always love furthering my education. It's just something I like to do. It's a passion of mine, especially in the healthcare field. Things are always changing. So, being up and current on things is key, right? So I'm really excited. I start school August 20th, and well, that's at least the virtual orientation. So yeah, I'm really excited. Thank God I only have to peel 3 of these because if you remember my shepherd's pie video, potato peeling is the bane of my existence. I It takes me forever. One down. Per Angelina fashion, I was not even thinking, and I made them into like slivers kind of at first. So they're like, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's just going in my stomach anyway. So they're not like square chunks. I'm over it. The steak is also already cubed though, so maybe having the potatoes like kind of chopped up a little bit finer is a good thing, because then it'll kind of cook more evenly. And I say that because the recipe, like for the slow cooker, has the like pork roast as like a big like chunk, and then later you kind of cut it up. But because this is already like chopped up, I think it'll cook a little bit quicker. So the potatoes always take like forever to cook too. So I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. Now that I have all of the veggies chopped, I'm just going to pop this in the fridge so that the potatoes don't like brown. Now I'm going to chop this onion, and hopefully my eyes will be okay, because usually they burn. RIP to my eyes. I already know it. I decided to make them into like little slivers. So again, hopefully that means that everything will cook at the same time. It's at these times where I wish I had a pig, because I could just give them all of my scraps instead of like just throwing them out. I could compost, but like that kind of takes a little bit of work. But like if I had a pig, I would just, here you go, baby. You know, it would be so much easier. I am notorious for liking animals that other people find like ugly or repulsive or whatever, like sloths. Absolutely obsessed with sloths. Also love possums. I love everything that like most people, again, will find like hideous. And pigs are on that list. I think they are absolutely adorable. Even the giant like hogs with like the smush face. So cute. I send my mother-in-law like little videos of random ass animals like alligators, pigs, cows, like everything. And we just have a dream of having like a huge farm with like all these random ass animals. So we just add to the farm. This is the reality of having a back and spinal cord injury. Doing simple things like cooking can really suck. Garlic is minced to the best of my ability. Again, over it. Now I'm just going to take the skillet, heat it up, and then I'm just going to brown the stew meat in this before I add it to the slow cooker. The idea is not to cook the meat, but to just brown it on each side. The meat is browned and I put it in the slow cooker. I did not turn it on yet. So now for the remaining like oil that's left, I'm just going to saute the onions and the garlic a little bit. I did actually put the onions in first because they are going to take a little bit longer to saute. So I put that in first, and then I'm going to put the garlic in when they're like kind of close to being done. And now that the garlic and onion is sauteed, I'm just going to add 1 cup of red wine. Again, this is a Malbec. I'm going to add that red wine, onion, and garlic mixture to the slow cooker, and then I'm going to add some beef broth on top of that. Surprisingly, I felt like it smelled like there was a little bit too much wine, so I added about 1.5 cups of beef broth instead. And now I'm just going to dump in the mixture of carrots, celery, and potatoes. I'm also going to add a little bit of the Worcestershire sauce. Anyway, whatever. I'm going to add a little bit of this, probably about a tablespoon, maybe. I don't know, I eyeball it. For the seasoning, I'm also going to add some salt, some pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, some rosemary, and a little bit of thyme. And you know what? I'm just going to throw a bay leaf or 2 in there. See what happens. Now that everything is in the slow cooker, I'm just going to wait like, I don't know, I think like 7 to 8 hours. I don't know. I always give an estimate and it's always wrong. I'm going to check back at around like 8 o'clock and see what's happening. Now that everything is settled and I'm able to relax a little bit, let me answer some of Victoria's questions. So my favorite pantry meal, I wouldn't necessarily say favorite, but something that I always have in the pantry is usually either fried rice or we'll have like pasta and red sauce. We also like to get the like white cheddar mac and cheese. It is so good. We usually get the Cracker Barrel. We usually get the Cracker Barrel one, and it is so good. And I usually add pepper, a little bit of smoked paprika on there, and it is chef's kiss. We also almost always have like some sort of like chicken schnitzel or some sort of like chicken finger or chicken nugget or whatever. So a lot of the times, like if we make some sort of pasta or even like our mac and cheese, then we'll have some sort of like not fried chicken, but like we'll air fry it, but some sort of air fried chicken as a side. We also stock up on frozen veggies, so we almost always have some of those. So like we almost always have enough for like one full like course meal. One weird thing that I also almost always have on hand is garbanzo beans or chickpeas. I love chickpeas. I will literally just like drain the can and I just eat them like that from the can. I don't know why. I just absolutely am obsessed with garbanzo beans. So although that's not technically a full meal, it's something that I would like substitute a meal for. Like it has protein, it has fiber, it has a lot of good nutrients in it. So I will literally eat a full can. I don't even care. Now I'm just going to play some games, eat another carrot, and play Just Dance for a workout. This literally smells and looks so delicious. It still has a couple hours to go, but oh, girl. So it is 9:30 and it's usually my bedtime around this time, but it is weekend, so I'm trying to stay up. So this is what we're working with, and oh my god, it smells so good. After 10 million years of going on this thing, I'm gonna hope that it doesn't burn my tongue. Okay. Ooh, that was really, really hot, but it tasted really good. Other than it burning my mouth, it tasted really, really good. So I'm just gonna wait for it to cool down a little bit more and finish eating. Make sure you tune in next week to see what Victoria has to cook up. Happy eating, y'all!